serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day, this is Dateline Malacañang, and here are the news. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. leads the inauguration of the Davao City Bulk Water Supply Project, the largest of its kind in the Philippines at 300 million liters daily or MLD, with a 70-kilometer pipeline and a program at the Apo Aguas Water Treatment Facility located in Barangay Gumalang, Davao City on February 7, 2024. The project addresses the water needs of over 1 million Davaoenos and augments Davao City's resilience on groundwater sources by tapping Tamugan River, a more sustainable source of water in the heart of Davao City or in the heart of Davao District, while ensuring that the water quality meets the Philippine national standards for drinking water, the benchmark for water safety in the country. A public-private partnership or PPP project between the Apo Agua Infrastructure Incorporated or Apo Agua, a water subsidiary of Aboitiz Infracapital or AIC, and the Davao City Water District or DCWD. The project's water treatment facility is powered by a renewable energy sourced from its own run-of-river hydroelectric power plant. This pioneering innovation, called the Water Energy Nexus concept, a first in Southeast Asia, is a process wherein raw water will first pass through the run-of-river hydroelectric power plant to generate energy, which in turn will be used to power the water treatment facility and produce treated water. This treated water will be distributed to DCWD's reservoirs, creating an environmentally conscious and efficient water supply cycle. The Davao City Bulk Water Supply Project has been operational in 6 areas since December 1, 2023. Here is Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
I am delighted to join you today to inaugurate this Davao City Bulk Water Supply Project. It is not just about supplying Davao City with bulk water. It is also about ensuring that its people are provided with clean water and to improve their quality of life. Now, the facility has been delivering 300 million liters of water per day to over 1 million households in Davao City. The Davao City Water Supply Project is also a concrete step for us to lessen our reliance on limited groundwater by tapping the Tamugan River as a sustainable water source. This is very important as we have changed the policy and we are now starting to feel the effects of what we have been doing in the past, that is digging wells. And our aquifers are already starting to feel the effects, and they are not being replenished enough, which is ironic because we have sufficient surface water in the Philippines. The Philippines is not a dry country, and so this model that we are inaugurating here today is right in line with the policy of the shift in policy of government of taking water from surface water sources rather than from digging wells. And I'm very pleased to learn that this state-of-the-art facility is designed following the Water Energy Nexus model, i.e. they are also producing electricity from the hydro plant which runs the plant. It enables the renewable energy through its built-in hydroelectric power, lessens reliance on our already strained electricity grid, and responds to the clamor for better environmental stewardship, more responsible management of natural resources. So, let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the teams of Apo Agua and its parent company, Aboitiz Infracapital, and the Davao City Water District and the local government of Davao City for the unwavering dedication that was required and to bring this project to fruition. Your efforts to ensure the protection and conservation of Panigan-Tamugan watershed and the management and rehabilitation of hundreds of hectares within the watershed area show that we can pursue development without compromising the environment. Thank you for showing us the deep well of potential that public-private partnerships hold, not just in securing water supply, but also in paving the way for enhanced economic growth, jobs creation, and an improved standard of living for Filipinos. What this demonstrates is a proven approach in battling water scarcity, which is no longer a seasonal challenge, but a perpetual threat that comes with climate change. It is for this reason that I continually stress the urgency of improving water security and directed agencies concerned to expedite the completion of all water projects across the country. Any disruption to the water supply, such as the one posed by the El Niño phenomenon, which we are feeling the effects of now, degrades our quality of life. It dampens our economic activity and can fuel disorder. Of all emergencies, water scarcity is the hardest to contain. It is, however, preventable with foresight, right plans, united action, and strong political will. Anticipating problems instead of letting them catch us by surprise is how we approach these challenges in the Bagong Pilipinas. We prepare for contingencies to solve problems and diffuse potential crises before they occur. We dream of building a nation of our children that proudly inherit, that our children can proudly inherit. And as such, this project is worth bequeathing to the generations that will come after us. I can only once again congratulate the Apo Agua Water Project and congratulate the Aboitiz Group for the hard work they have put in and the commitment that you have shown despite the trouble. There were many I think I heard the litany of the difficulties that you have faced from the beginning to the end. Government not playing a small part in some of those either. But the commitment that you have shown to now be able to provide this much clean, fresh water to our people. And that is not only a blessing for the families who have had to suffer through the scarcity of water supply and now are able to enjoy a sufficient water supply. And the quality of life, I think it does not need any further explanation. The quality of life between having clean water available in sufficient amount at a price that can be afforded, and having now this kind of almost unlimited supply is life-changing. And for that, we can only thank you all for the work that you have done. Congratulations at magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. led the oath-taking ceremony of the National Committee Officers of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, Law Association, or ALA, Philippines Incorporated, at the President's Hall in Malacañang Palace. In his speech, the President said that the Philippines will take the lead in upholding the rule of law and promoting social stability in Southeast Asia. President Marcos Jr. said ALA's representation is vital in achieving the country's goal of a just global community amidst the critical geopolitical issues that the Philippines is being confronted within the region. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
I congratulate the newly inducted Philippine National Committee officers and members of the ASEAN Law Association of the Philippines. I am glad to administer your oath of office today, for it signals your devotion to lend your legal expertise to promote close relations, cooperation, and mutual understanding amongst magistrates, lawyers, and teachers of law in ASEAN member countries. Your representation to international bodies such as the ALA reflects the country's continued commitment to strengthen our multilateral cooperation with our neighboring countries. This is particularly vital in achieving our goal of a just global community amidst the critical geopolitical issues that we are being confronted with in the region. We count on your insights and experience in law and the administration of justice to harmonize the respective national laws of every ASEAN country so as to achieve common consensus on concerns within our region. As you add a new chapter to the storied history of ALA Philippines, it is only fitting to honor some of our country's greatest legal luminaries who laid the foundation of your esteemed association, which include Attorney Avelino Cruz, who now chairs the ASEAN Law Institute, Chief Justice Artemio Panganiban. Thank you, Chief Justice Panganiban, for your service and dedication in leading ALA Philippines Incorporated since 2015. I am confident that as the Chairperson Emeritus, your experience and wisdom will serve as a moral compass to achieve the objectives of the ASEAN Law Association. Allow me also to take this opportunity to express my utmost support to the judiciary as it implements the Strategic Plan for Judicial Innovations 2022 to 2027. Under the leadership of Chief Justice Gesmundo and the commitment of the Associate Justices of the Supreme Court and other public servants in the judiciary, the Filipino people can now rest assured that responsive and real-time justice can be delivered. Let me take this opportunity to reiterate this administration's respect and adherence to the autonomy of the judiciary and our commitment to strengthen partnership between the executive and the judiciary. I also commend Chief Justice Gesmundo for accepting the position of Philippine National Committee Chairperson of ALA Philippines. I likewise applaud the Supreme Court for accepting the task of hosting the Council of ASEAN Chief Justice meeting alongside the ASEAN Law Association General Council meeting this coming November of this year. By taking on these challenges, you have proven that we are one with our ASEAN counterparts to facilitate legal collaboration, interconnectivity, and integration amongst them. With the election of the new Philippine National Committee officers of ALA Philippines, I'm confident the Philippines will take a lead in upholding the rule of law and promoting social stability and economic prosperity in the ASEAN region.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. announced that overseas Filipino workers or OFWs displaced by the bankruptcies of Saudi Arabian construction companies in 2015 and 2016 have finally started receiving their much anticipated compensation. In a video message, the president disclosed that the Overseas Filipino Bank or OFB and Land Bank of the Philippines have already processed 1,104 Alinma Bank indemnity checks amounting to 868.74 million Philippine peso. The chief executive said that of the 1,104 checks, 843 have been cleared and credited in its equivalent in pesos, totaling close to 700 million Philippine peso. President Marcos Jr. said Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had promised him personally of the compensation during their bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation or APEC Summit in Bangkok, Thailand in November 2022. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia made a commitment of paying 10,544 OFWs affected by the bankruptcies of Saudi construction firms 9 years ago, amounting to some 2 billion reals or close to 30 billion Philippine peso.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. convened with key officials of the Philippine National Police or PNP to discuss the current peace and order situation in the country. PNP Chief General Benjamin Acorda Jr. provided a comprehensive overview of the country's crime situation, boasting the agency's 82.48% crime solution efficiency or CSE rate, as well as the 10.66% reduction in crime rate as of January 2024. The PNP chief also outlined its achievements since the president assumed office, covering significant triumphs against illegal drugs, loose firearms, cybercrime, isabong websites, kidnapping for ransom, and communist terrorist groups or CTGs. In a press briefing after the meeting with President Marcos, General Acorda said the president instructed them to strengthen the PNP, particularly on cybersecurity. Acorda said the PNP will intensify its efforts against cybercrime down to the municipal level.
We reported our accomplishments. Although seemingly nakita natin na nag-improve yung crime statistics, that it went down by 10%. But as we dissected further these crime statistics, there is a need for us to focus on cyber crimes. Yun ang nakita natin na medyo tumaas as reported during the last quarter. And in line with that, as instructed by our President, we are intensifying, we are capacitating our police officers on the ground, especially as of previously, ang ating cybercrime group is only up to the regional level lang. But this time, we are training our personnel, and our objective is that down to the police station level, municipal level, we will have police officers who are trained to handle cybercrime or online crimes.
PNP Chief General Benjamin Acorda Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippines Department of Transportation or DOTR held a town hall meeting in celebration of the agency's 125th founding anniversary at the Waterfront Insular Hotel in Davao City. During the event, the railway sector gave updates on the Marcos administration's landmark project under the Build Better More program, the upcoming Mindanao Railway Project or MRP Phase 1. The MRP Phase 1 or the Tagum-Davao-Digo segment is a commuter rail line with a route length of 100.2 kilometers consisting of 8 stations. The project traverses the provinces of Davao del Norte and Davao del Sur, which is expected to cater to 122,000 passengers daily once finished. MRP Phase 1 is the first part of the ambitious 1,544-kilometer Mindanao Railway network that will connect the entire island of Mindanao. This railway network project aims to connect the cities of Davao, General Santos, Cagayan de Oro, Iligan, Cotabato, Zamboanga, Butuan, Surigao, and Malaybalay. In his speech, DOTR Secretary Jaime Bautista underscored the vital role of the project in providing convenient and comfortable commuting experience for Filipinos. Secretary Bautista noted that the MRP will not only generate jobs but also create livelihood opportunities for families in the region.
The Mindanao Railway Project, or MRP, represents government's first serious attempt to establish rail infrastructure in Mindanao to address connectivity and mobility outside Luzon and Visayas. We believe that comfort and convenience offered by railways translate to enhanced connectivity and mobility. This project will concretize the master rail plan of connecting the island of Mindanao. These projects will not only provide convenient and comfortable public transport, but also generate job and livelihood opportunities for families residing along and around the rail lines. We want to share this vision that is effective, open, and responsive to Filipinos' mobility needs. But we need your inputs. We want to listen to you. We must first learn your travel needs so we can properly calibrate our projects. Planning and implementing transport infrastructure should not be the sole responsibility of the Department of Transportation. Every commuter, its passenger is a stakeholder in these transport projects.
Philippine Department of Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista.
Dateline Malacañang.
An Octa Research survey released revealed that Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s public trust and approval ratings improved in the fourth quarter of 2023. In its Tugon ng Masa survey conducted from the 10th to the 14th of December 2023, the president's trust score went up by 3 percentage points to 76% from the 73% recorded in October 2023, while his approval rating increased to 71%, 6 points higher than the 65% registered during the third quarter of last year. Octa said that 8% of the respondents distrust President Marcos, while 9% disapproved of his performance. President Marcos Jr.'s trust rating scored the highest in the Visayas at 79%, while his satisfaction rating registered the highest in Balance Luzon at 77%. The chief executive received the lowest trust and approval ratings in Mindanao at 65% and 57% respectively. Meanwhile, Vice President Sara Duterte obtained a trust rating of 77%, which is 2 percentage points higher than the 75% registered in October 2023. On the other hand, Duterte got an approval score of 75%, up by 5 points from October's 70% rating. The Vice President's performance was disapproved by 7%, while only 5% distrust her. Duterte received the highest trust and satisfaction ratings among those in Mindanao at 99% and 97% respectively. Vice President Duterte got her lowest ratings for both trust and satisfaction in Balance Luzon with 64% and 61% respectively.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. welcomed the latest Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA report that showed the country's headline inflation dropped even further in January this year. In a statement, the president said the administration is committed to ease the burden of its citizens and sustain the country's growth momentum. PSA data show that headline inflation slowed down to 2.78% from the 3.9% posted in December last year and the 8.7% registered in the same month in 2023. The January 2024 headline inflation is the lowest rate since the 2.3% recorded in October 2020. President Marcos Jr. attributed the decrease in inflation to the 3.3% decline in food inflation compared to the 5.5% posted in the previous month. The chief executive said that the downward trend was also driven by the administration's proactive measures, including the implementation of the National Adaptation Plan and the reactivation of Task Force El Niño. President Marcos also called on the public to help the government in addressing economic challenges to build a better future for everyone under a Bagong Pilipinas or New Philippines.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippines Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, said that it does not condone in giving out permits or visas amid reports of the sad activity in the agency. According to the DFA, the agency does not allow any wrongdoings or corruption in the visa and consular services of Philippine foreign service posts. Instead, they are serious in giving out excellent services to the public and do their job well at the consulate. The DFA also denied allegations of extortion and other illicit activities in their visas. The clarification came after reports have been spreading on social media that there are extortion activities being perpetuated by officials of the Embassy of the Philippines to foreign nationals. In order to assure the safety of issuing entry visas, the DFA assured that they are coordinating with foreign service posts and stakeholders of the tourism sector.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Japanese embassy in Manila signed a 6.1 million Philippine peso grant to help a Filipino foundation procure eye surgery equipment that would benefit poor cataract patients in Metro Manila. The grant awarded to the foundation of Our Lady of Peace Mission Incorporated, or FOLPMI, is under the Japanese Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects, or GGP. In awarding the funding on Tuesday, Japanese Ambassador to the Philippines Kazuhiko Koshikawa conveyed Tokyo's commitment to assist the countries achieve sustainable and inclusive growth. Koshikawa said the project was introduced by Dr. Tadashi Hattori, a prominent ophthalmologist who had been treating people in Vietnam free of charge for over 20 years. The project, which he proposed could be replicated in the Philippines, will be overseen by FOLPMI, or FOLPMI founder Sister Eva Fidela Maamo, MD. FOLPMI, through the funding, will procure a new phacoemulsification device and microscope that will help their doctors provide affordable and high-quality cataract surgeries to underprivileged individuals and communities. Citing latest figures, the Japanese embassy said the estimated number of cataract patients in Metro Manila is about 146,000, with over 30% facing challenges in receiving timely surgery despite their serious conditions due to factors like high costs or extended wait times at public hospitals.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, the Philippine Department of Agriculture said it is updating its electronic database of farmers and fisher folk, who are estimated to be around 10 million. In a news release, DA Undersecretary for Operations Roger Navarro said the agency had an initial list of 1.4 million of these stakeholders in the registry system for the basic sectors in agriculture before the update started. He added the DA will mobilize some 16,000 staff nationwide to fast-track the delayed collection, update, and validation of the personal and farm data of stakeholders, farmers, farm workers, fisherfolk, and agri-youth. It will also request assistance from local government units in the data collection and verification. The registration and update on records and profiles would determine whether the estimate on the population of the stakeholders is correct and identify individuals truly deserve assistance from the agency. Navarro said farm workers should not be included in the DA's list of beneficiaries as they do not own the farm or crops. In 2022, the DA started the improvement of its management information system to enhance monitoring of projects and interventions, and to facilitate real-time recording of agri-fishery information. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. has issued 2 memoranda that outline the latest parameters for the registry update. Chu Laurel endorsed the digitalization project to improve efficiency in DA's operations, project implementation, and monitoring. He is also considering the establishment of an agricultural statistics office to enhance DA's ability to manage demand and production of food, maximizing returns to farmers and minimizing importation.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippine Council for the Welfare of Children, or CWC, warned parents and guardians against an emerging trend in child abuse and exploitation, the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, which comes with child suicide as one of its dreadful consequences. CWC Executive Director Undersecretary Angelo Tapales, during the Safer Internet Day conference in Pasig City, said based on the information he received from the PNP, or Philippine National Police, Women's and Children's Protection Center, as of January 31, 2024, there has not been any reported case of AI, CSAEM, or child sexual abuse or exploitation materials, or CSAM, child sexual abuse material in the Philippines. They are sounding the alarm now because soon it may come to our shores, and by that time it might be too late. Tapales noted that such AI-generated materials have already proliferated in other countries, citing a study by a non-government organization in the United Kingdom which examined a dark website with more than 20,000 CSAM generated by AI. He noted that while violators of online sexual abuse or exploitation of children are driven by poverty and underdevelopment, proliferators of such materials are now species of violators who are very intelligent and techy. Creating awareness, promoting responsible internet use, and appropriate training of adults, especially parents and guardians, are the measures the CWC pushes to effectively deal with this issue. He also advised parents not to unnecessarily post pictures of their children online. In the recent scale of harm report by the International Justice Mission, or IJM, researchers found that nearly 500,000 Filipino children were trafficked online via live streaming in 2022. The study added that these activities are often carried out by the children's relatives or people they know to produce sexual exploitation materials. The IJM noted that this crisis is embedded in complex social structures wherein some cases the mothers were involved in the perpetration. Tapales cited that more than 17,600 reported cases of child rights violations were recorded in 2023 based on data from the Philippine National Police's Women and Children's Protection Center. He also cited data from PLDT and SMART that showed that the companies have blocked 902,000 URLs or websites where child sexual abuse and exploitation materials were present in 2023. In July 2022, the OSAEC and CSAEM were enacted to combat the dangers posed by the development of the World Wide Web against Filipino children. He added that the DOJ, prosecutors, and courts would not honor affidavits of desistance where the child or the child's family withdraws the case for whatever reason. The Child Fund Alliance conducted a Safer Internet Day conference in recognition of the importance of online safety. Child Fund Alliance's Board of Directors Chair Simon White said that their campaign seeks to ensure that children and young people are protected, safe, and supported in the digital world, and that children and young people are effective digital citizens who are equipped to safely, ethically, and responsibly participate online as part of their healthy development. Global experts in online safety and child rights, members of Child Fund's Children Advisory Council, government officials, community leaders, and members of relevant organizations shared their thoughts and offered solutions that would enable every child to engage and connect safely online. For more than 80 years, Child Fund Alliance global network of 11 child-focused development humanitarian organizations has reached nearly 36 million children and families in 70 countries to ensure all children can enjoy their rights and advance their well-being.
Dateline Malacañang.
And that is all for today's Dateline Malacañang for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This has been Bea Gaza.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.